Oh, thank you guys for the song requests. These are, I'm looking forward to all of these. Nice requests, everybody. Hey, Stio. Yeah, I'm trying to spread the word about Tag Pro. I feel like very underrated. It's just capture the flag with like controls, but then you get people that are like really into the controls, and they like. It's hard to explain, but like there's so much strategy. It's 4 balls against 4 balls. Capture the flag. And when you see people that are good at the game, like really good, man, it's art. It's art. I'm telling you. Like I get stoked when I watch really good Tag Pro players. It's very silly.
3, 2, 1, break. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, anti-block! Anti-block!
3, 2, 1, for 3. 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, for 3. 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, for 3.
Daddy!
3, 2, 1,
Game
3.
killer on the attack.
3, 2,
Space.
3. 3, 2,
Oh, that's a bad grab. That's a bad grab. Circle that stay like he does. Circulate with the ball moves. He's got a chance.
3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1.
No way.
3,
Can it happen?
Oh, what?
It's incredible. They tie it up and we are in overtime.
Oh, wow. Fly just jukes. Way. He's going through the gate. Sacrifice coming. Oh, yeah. Sticks out, forces the kiss. Titan Blue. Another beautiful play. It's so good. So good at that. Solo by Rachi.
If they end up giving this game up somehow, this could be the right now. Otherwise, it's most likely to be Miami Dolphins.
Although the wire is
3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3.
He makes it right. 5-2 on aggregate. Double puppy for sure. He pushes it in. And I'm gonna tell you, the cupcakes are coming out of the oven, and they are piping hot.
I don't know what that was, but everybody drink for him. everyone just let. All right, let's move on. Game 2.
The following is a production of NALTP and cannot be reproduced in whole or in part without the express written permission of North American League. Tag Pro. Thank you. It's 10 p.m. Tuesday night. It can only mean one thing. So grab someone you love and hold each other real close. We're about to put on a show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Tag Pro After Dark. Hi there. Hi. Hi. It is the ball to end it all. It is the HYPERBALL this evening, and we've got a good one for you. We've got a crack out of a match for you. It is Bambis Babes versus Banchester United. It is a best of 5, excuse me, not a best of 7, a best of 5. Or they're just going to play 5 matches here this evening. 3 on Oak, 2 on a map. I do not know yet. Banchester United was a season 31 minors. Banchester United was a season 31 majors team consisting of ASAP, Griff, that's Tilda, Kelvin, and Vic. They did not make the playoffs. They finished in 9th place in the league. Not the best season for all of them. Since then, Griff is in majors still in the equidistant 8 on Miami Dolphins. ASAP is in the equidistant 8 in majors on Chrome Hot Tags. Kelvin, is on the 7th seed Popranos, who had one of the best regular season records in minors this season. And Vic tried. Vic was on a majors team. Vic was on a minors team. Victor tried on both, and he's sitting at home doing nothing, and that's why this match is happening. Bambi's Babes. That is going to be Bambi, Smalley Biggs, Freak, and Admania YT. And my name is Yalpa, Beep Boop. This is not my voice, believe it or not. This is my voice. Hey, what's up? Yo. Yeah, let me just tell you how this happened. Bambi was in the chat talking shit on Discord and said he can take 4 novice teams using his style, his strategy, his way of being, his raison d'etre, and turn it into a team that can beat majors teams because majors players are bad. And ASAP answered the call. And Vic answered the call. And Griff answered the call. And Kelvin, who was technically in minors but did play majors last season, answered the call. And that's how we got this game. This is the HYPERBALL, folks. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a crack. I should medicate myself, make myself feel good. In advance of what's about to happen, there should be a prediction up there on the board. Take the prediction. Get some cold spray and get your favorite beverage by your side, and let's get this cracking. We're just waiting for one player. I'm not going to say who it is, Kelvin, who may have overslept, or there may be a Warriors game on, or both. And then we're going to get this going. Oh my God, my hair looks unpresentable. Oh well. My neck feels better. Sweet. Okay. While we're waiting, I do have B-roll. You guys want some B-roll out there? I got some B-roll. Here, thanks to Raleigh 2025, is a preview of the Novice Equidistant 8. Which one is it? It's this one. Roll that beautiful beat footage. time. Okay, yes, I am muted. Good, good, good. It's a good thing you didn't hear me say anything there. Tag Pro is here. My chat isn't working, apparently. I'm going to need to get on my phone. Okay, we've got a sub. It is Flaccid Trip, and we're going to get this going. The HYPERBALL stream is motherfucking R. Yes, there was a foul language warning, so yeah, keep that in mind in case anything happens. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. Come on. I gotta get chat up, but come on. Let's go. HYPERBALL. Please, hurry up. I gotta finish working out. Start working out. Eat ice cream and cry. Game 1. On.
Admania YT says
Okay.
JG is God. Smalley Big says. ASAP says JG is God. Bambi says remember to COMM. Bambi says JG is God. Vic says GLHF.
Music this evening is provided by Lofi Girl. Maybe. And folks, this is Tag Pro After Dark, and I am Llama Beep Boop, and I'm hoping to have some special guests join the commentary booth eminently if they can find me. You know who you are. And yeah, we're just gonna get this going. Oh my god, why is everyone DMing me? Don't DM me in game, guys. That's weird. Alright, so far, no cats from Banchester United. So if you had the plus 30, if you took the plus 45 from Beast Mode, that was a silly, silly thought. Maybe. We'll see. We're just gonna keep you going. Alright. Ah! Okay. Let's see if we get anybody to hop in. I'm just going to unmute myself in Discord if someone wants to slide in my DMs. Chance here for Flaccid Trip. Not really. He's got a long way to go, but it's a handoff to Vic. Vic cut off by Admania. This is looking... That was kind of looking okay for Bambi's vibes. But... Say la Padilla ASAP now with the grab... Oh, Griff with the sacrifice. And Smalley Biggs with the tag, and so far 2 minutes and no caps. Let's go to Stream Manager. For whatever reason, chat is not linked up. I'm going to try and fix the chat. Oh my. Oh my. Smalley is kind of cooking right now. You know, I think Smalley's playing on mobile. Shout out to Tag Pro Mobile. Shout out to Tag Pro Mobile in general, and shout out to Eric Kane. Flaccid Trip. Oh, he could not get the block from Griff. He's got 3 to beat. Flaccid Trip is around the corner. Freak with the tag. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Let's see if we can't reconnect Twitch chat. Flaccid Trip has to refresh. Griff will bomb and tags everywhere. Flaccid City. Okay, I think we are back in business. Let me try something. Alright. Sound things are not working. Got it. Green team. No, Smallies lives. Can green team cap when they're going up against Bambi's Bud? Yes, they can. And it is 1-0. Manchester United. Yes, green, because the team had multiple tag pros. That makes them the green team. We've seen them. It's been the first time in years. But green team never caps, except they just did. Nice to see you, Kai World. I love your montages. I love your hype videos. Please make some more. Please make some more. 1-0. Manchester United. Flaccid Trip just holding in the middle because he can. Smalley Biggs with the grab. Smalley's got to cook. Smalley's cooking. Maybe with some gas. Maybe with some electric. Never mind. But Victor Messi, wait for it. Victor Messi is a former Taco Bell employee. He knows how to make a chalupa every now and then. ASAP grabbing and holding chance here, blocking that mania coming. Yep, that's 3-0. Good call, good call. Thanks for the reminder here. Let me get that scoreboard up for you. This is game 1. Looks like Bambi's babes are coming a little bit undone as we come to our pro pre-anti-penultimate pups. Vic.
Pro pre-anti-penultimate.
I just said that. Vic is holding. Only one chaser. Bambi does win a tag pro. Admania with the tag. Griff here with one to beat. It's Smalley Big, so this is going to take a little bit of work here. We got Bambi and Freak back to provide a barrier for Smalley Biggs to build through. And he's going to work his way out of the back. ASAP goes for the backward snipe. Misses, but there is a kiss. And Freak on the continuation here for Bambi's babes. Freak met by ASAP. And he's going to come in. He's going to grab. He's not going to grab. He's just going to look at it. ASAP will almost get out. It's a handy to Vic. Block is there. This is a chance. Chance of the day. Say La Perdilla.
Pre-anti-penultimate.
Pup sweep here for Banchester United. 5-0. 5-0. Just 5. That's a tag. Expect Griff to get it. They're just going to do some... Yeah, it's 6. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Rub grab there by Griff. Bambi, backwards boost. They didn't cover that one in the warm-up. It's going to be Flaccid Trip refreshes. It's not going to be 7. Flaccid Trip refreshes at the moment he was needed most. I don't think they're crying about that one in the club tonight. Still 6-0. Oh, Admania does live here. Admania does get out here.
Anti-penultimate.
As I look at our rosters here, Admania does have the highest user skill score from pubs only of everyone on Bambi's babes. A nice solid 9.94. It's an impressive 9.94. It's a good 9.94. Not sure how many games it took to get there, but fair play on Admania for that. You see the other scores there. Smalley Biggs, I don't think he pubs that much, so 3.03 isn't bad. Freak, minus 2.94, but everybody loves Freak, so no one's going to give anyone any shit for that. And Bambi with, yeah, anyway. Smalley Biggs, taken out by Ace up there. Banchester United, Griff doesn't pub on this name. On her competitive name, so that is not her user score.
Penultimate.
Vic doesn't pub. Flaccid Trip's open skill score did not load. And ASAP's a 19.55, which is high minors level. But again, he doesn't pub that much. Only when Jazz wants to pub. Or Griff, or Spear, or Ball of Fame, or Flaccid, or I Love HD, or Steve Potato, or the Bob 18, or If You See Gamey, or Zeus, or Button, Griff. And it's 7. Bambi with the snipe, Vic on the continuation there. I might need to update my Firefox. Flaccid will refresh again. We are on Chicago 5 right now. I'm probably going to talk to the
In the course of this campaign that you did.
devs about Chicago 5 after this one and see if there's something going on. Chance here for 9.
That sounds like a good time for me to unmute.
Hey, Cheese Doodle, you're here. Chicago 5, I think, is being weird because I wasn't having this on the other Chicagos.
Interesting. I don't see any error logging, but I can look a little closer later tonight. Definitely not for me, but for the people watching this channel who have no idea what's going on, again, not me, could you explain what's going on here?
Alright, yeah, if you're just tuning in, I'm going to explain. This is Tag Pro. I'll explain how to play in a few seconds. It's going to be 10-0 as we finish this up, but this is a game in Tag Pro called the HYPERBALL. The HYPERBALL for it all. Bambi laid a challenge
Bambi
out
says
to
GG.
the... Oh, that's not going to be 11. It's going to be 10 now.
YT says GG.
Got some GGs coming in.
ASAP says GG.
Bambi laid a challenge
says
out
Noel.
to the majors
Smally Big
players,
says no cap for
saying
you.
that they're not good and that he
ASAP
can make
says
a
scorecard.
novice team that's better.
Smally Big
And
says GG.
ASAP answered the call, and the
Vic
season
says
31
GG.
majors team in Banchester United has just won 10-0 over Bambi's Babes in game 1.
I see. So this is a historical majors team, not a current majors team.
This is a season 31 major.
And the novice team is Bambi handpicked these 4 players?
Let me go. My immersion. But yes, Bambi handpicked these 4 balls to be his novice team, his champions, his Pascal, whatever that guy's name is, Pedro Pascal. You know what I'm trying to say. Witcher knows what I'm trying to say.
Just looking at some historical records here, Banchester United coming in 7th place.
They did not
Just
make
missing
the
playoffs on a tiebreaker to the Miami Dolphins last season.
That is true. They were not a playoff team.
All right, just for some perspective there.
All right.
So, I was asked to join this voice channel because of a request for a Tag Pro State of the Union address.
ASAP says
Is that
B.
something that's supposed to happen now?
A.
Oh,
Vom.
well, no.
Vic says
but-
GLHS.
Because I'm not ready.
Good. This is not Oak. This apparently is Yardim. No one told me. We are on Yardim for game 2. This is getting underway. Let me change the music, put it on. Vic already on the attack. He's got 3 to beat. He's hanging mid. But yeah, no, I was bringing you on that about other reasons. I wanted to ask you other questions.
Well, I am happy to answer whatever you got.
All right. A number of people have been wondering when CRC applications will become available. I know that is a Poet thing, and Poet is the spreadsheet master, but do you have an estimated timeline?
Says
as to-
Pro.
Pro?
Let me
Says
pull up
Pro.
the season schedule
Oh.
that we
Smally
created.
Big says NS.
Oh. Vic putting some sauce on that burrito, making it 1-0. We've already established here that Vic is a former Taco Bell employee, so burrito
It's
is
very important information.
A burrito is a totally appropriate thing for him to know how to put sauce on.
Makes perfect sense. So it looks like CRC applications are set to open on March 12th. So about 5 days away. Applications will open. Applications will close on the 16th. Discussion will start the 17th, and voting will open on March 19th for
YT
captains
says
and the
LOL.
22nd for the community. So we should have our answers somewhere close to the 26th of March to get things going for season 33.
There you have it, folks. Get your CRC application should come up March 12th. Be prepared for then. Okay, Griff is officially
Smally Big
trolling.
says LOL.
She tried to do a 360 build, got 270 and died, and then she's killing her teammates. We've entered the silly season already in game 1, or Griff has bet against herself. Either one. Either way, I'm pretty sure disciplinary announcement is in order for Griff. And
Get right on that.
And as a disciplinarian, don't you think the punishment here should be Griff is forced to play another 5 seasons of majors, captain the team, and perform CRC actions on a
That
regular
seems roughly
basis.
equivalent to the offense, yeah.
So, congratulations, Griff. You've been, you are now going to be future CRC.
Smalley
But there are
Big
other
says
CRC spots open. All 5 CRC spots are up at every election. And again, March 12th. That's your date. CRC elections. We are still 1-0. Okay.
In the course of this campaign that you
Hello.
We have a question from the chat here. As Griff makes it 2-0. Balanka asks, you cheese, what are your thoughts on beast mode?
What are my thoughts on beast mode? Is that a general question, or as a CRC member, or
I believe that's as a CRC member.
as a CRC member? I have been pleasantly surprised by Beast. I think he's done a very good job for the position that he's in. I feel like he's done exactly what he wanted to do. Essentially, he had some pretty clear goals coming in for things he wanted to implement. We were able to get those things implemented. And I think he does a good job of staying out of the stuff that he's not super well versed in. So he's really good at doing what he wanted to do and doing it well.
All right, I have some criticism of beast mode here because apparently these were things he wanted to implement for a while, at least a few seasons, and he is someone who's applied for CRC quite a lot over the years. At no point in time did I ever feel like beast mode ever made a real application for the CRC, because if he had campaigned on the things that we, the public, know he has done, I would have voted him much sooner.
And I don't think that you're alone
Says
in that. I certainly had no interest in voting for him or having a role in his making the CRC with his own application quality. I think one big difference maker that people may not realize, that the reason he got in this season is probably his I don't know what the right word is, but when he showed up on Balanka's stream before the season, I think it was a nightcap before anything even like voting happened, and kind of talked about his positions and how he actually wanted to do it for real this time around, even though the application might not have been all that different.
The application was not at all different. It was a lot of one-word answers. By the way, while we were talking about that, Bambi's babes have capped, folks. Bambi's babes have capped. Everyone, clap it up in the thing. I did not make a prediction. It's going to be 3-2.
Does that mean they win? Or
Pro pre anti penultimate.
Sorry, I just heard Smalley's cap sound for the first time ever, and I love it. Yeah, no, they don't win, but it is a one-cap game, and I think Griff has to take this seriously again.
good for them.
Yo, no invite?
Hello, Timmy.
Hey, Timmy, Sunball is here. It's 4-2 now. Flatster Trip getting one back. I think Banchester United might be a little pissed now. Oh, you guys need links, don't you?
I'm just watching your stream. Yeah. I have
Yeah.
no idea what's happening.
Good if I gave you. That's not a link.
It's okay. I wasn't here to commentate. I was here to answer questions.
All right, I don't have a link. I will get you a link in about 4 minutes and 32 seconds.
Sounds wonderful.
Hey, if you want an
Says
update, I
Pro.
just sliced my finger open on a can and I have to get a tetanus shot tomorrow.
Scheiße.
I'm bleeding out. If anybody
Vic
cares.
says LOL.
But
Not recommended.
Please,
pretty funny.
please don't
Pretty
die.
funny.
Anti-penultimate.
No, it's kind of the end goal here. You know?
That's darker than I'd like to take this stream, but
It's
Yes.
me. It's fine.
please don't die.
Everybody knows.
Uh,
Anyway, how's the game going?
I think
I haven't checked.
it's 4-2 here in game 2. Banchester United's done a little bit of trolling, mostly Griff. Game 1 was 10-0 in favor of Manchester United. So I guess they feel a little comfortable with their trolling. Let's see, we got a question in the chat here for you, Timmy Sunball.
Oh yeah, what's up?
What is your blood type?
Oh, pause.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I was born in a random time in the state I was born in where they put your blood type on your birth
Anti-penultimate.
certificate. So I never even had to get tested to find out. It was just right there. Felt pretty fucking cool. Oh, sorry. Are we swearing in this one?
This is Tag Pro After Dark. I put up the
10-4.
parental advisory thing. There's a parental advisory toggle on from Twitch. It's 5-2. Griff is capping. Chant here. Freak!
For anyone out there hoping to figure out their blood type, donating blood is also a good way to find out without having to pay any money. If you give a blood donation, they'll usually tell you your blood type afterwards. We are currently in a blood shortage nationwide, so you can do your part to help people out and get some answers.
Good plug. Good plug.
Yes.
Thank you.
If you are in the Baltimore metropolitan area, the American Red Cross is holding a number of blood drives around the metropolitan area, including at its headquarters in Owings Mills. Please reach out to them and donate blood today. Well, tomorrow because it's late. No one's working right now.
Penultimate.
Messi, that is a question for the Red Cross. I'm not particularly happy with the Red Cross for having that stance.
They've actually somewhat lifted
ASAP
restrictions on that
Bambi
in
look.
certain regions.
ASAP says I'm a
So
bomb.
it's not a blanket ban anymore as it used to be. I don't have the exact regulations memorized, but it's not as
Well,
restrictive
why
as it used to
not?
be.
Why don't you have them memorized?
Because I usually just go in and donate blood. I don't think about it too much.
So while we've been talking about blood, Flaccid Trip Troll capped and refreshed
Says now I'm the
on
bomb.
capping. We had a Bambi cap, and yes, I went to the hospital a couple days ago.
Did Flaccid bug the game, or did it bug one of your scripts?
It bugged one of my scripts because he refreshed as he was boosting, and unfortunately
Vic
that
says no
script
me.
does not have the functionality
Vic
of
says no
canceling
me.
the boost if the player
Says
gets
wow.
stories.
Freak says kick.
Got it. Make sure I didn't have to go
Freak
open a
says
ticket.
LOL.
No. Oh,
Smalley Big says hi Vic.
since you brought that up,
Vic
I
says
might
I'm a
as well
bomb.
bring that up now.
Vic
What you
says
got?
hi.
So, as I'm not really a future
Vic
group
says
member
hi.
or a dev, I don't have access to the code base. But I think I have some small UI things that would take 5 minutes for me to code properly and put in. Just small things that would help the in-game environment. It's not anything substantial. It's not even anything that is for advanced discussion. Just really small, simple things like
Those are the kind of changes we've been pushing in the last couple of releases. So just put a thread real quick on Discord, and I can turn that into a ticket, and we can probably get it in for the next release. It's great.
Awesome.
That was a nice cap for myself.
Devs, here come 500 little threads from
Smalley
Yalpa.
Big says F.
Manchester United
Bambi
wins
says GG.
9-4.
Smalley Big says
Flaccid Trip
GG.
has glitched everything.
Admania YT says GG.
Let me get game link,
Ford says GG.
You got it.
Admania YT
As
says I grieved.
we'll be right back.
Bambi says me too. Admania YT says locked in. Smalley Big says everyone clapped. Smiley face. Ford says good job everyone.
All right, we're back here. I'm going to give y'all the links. I should tell them stream isn't ready. That would be smart, wouldn't it? All right, there's one for Cheese Doodle, and there's one for the Timmy Sunball. And
Thanks, babe. You're the best.
welcome, honey. Okay. I got things to plug here very quickly here. Tag Pro Music, up tempo, down tempo. You've got a few short weeks until this is done. Deadline is a Super Bowl. Get that in the MTC channel on the Tag Pro Discord, or get that on our Tag Pro. Get some music in, win some money. Let's go. Mars Ball maps. Get them up, get them in, get them through. Today is March the 7th. So you want to get them in as soon as possible because submissions are due tomorrow, folks. Tomorrow, March 8th. Listen, the awards, the things don't work. Stop redeeming. You're just wasting bacon bits. March map, the submissions due March 8th. It is 32 maps going in before implementation. Get your maps in, get them on, play them, and we'll see which maps have their one shining moment. One day. Just get them in. Get them on the map submission thread on our Tag Pro as soon as possible. To the fortunate maps, everyone. March Madness coming up soon. Do I have any other things to plug? Yes, I do. More things to plug.
I don't think I can hear you, Alpa. Pretty sure you're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. ELTP versus New York City, Season 23, London versus New York. Sign up for that on typo.dev. Yeah, get in that. Do that. Yeah, just do that. Just do that. Just do that. Trust me. Europe changed my life. Europe changed my life. I use all sorts of pain medication now. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm muted. Yeah. Okay. Stream is R. Stream is R. Okay. I think they've just decided to go 7. All of a sudden, they're just making up the rules as they go along. You know. Okay. I think this is Jardine. Either way, this is game 3, folks, and we are going to play. This is not Jardine.
We're back on Merrill?
Smalley Big says game 7-seater, but just the
Merrill.
OT. Vic says GLHF. Smalley Big says GFHL. Says GLHF.
I'm sure there are some alerts in there I just completely missed out on, but that's okay. That's not okay. I will try to refund the bacon bits afterwards. Let me see if there's any alerts here. Okay, gift sub to Josh Soup. Congratulations, Josh, for the gift sub from Ivory. Way to stick it to Jeff Bezos, I guess. No, you didn't, because you just gave Jeff Bezos money.
Smalley Big says get 'em.
Oh, I'm supposed to do
Big
commercials
says
as well,
LMAO.
and some dumbbell lifts.
Smalley
But,
Big says OO.
you know, I'll maybe later. Cheese, we got some questions for you. Cheese. I think we've lost Cheese. First
Oh,
one.
is my mic not working?
Mike's
Cheese is
not.
dead.
Oh.
You didn't kill him, did you?
So just to preface my confusion,
Ever.
I had asked you about a minute ago if I could take the liberty of answering Anka's question, and you said no, but I guess it was to something else. I've just been waiting.
Oh, yeah. No. You have the liberty of answering Aka's question. I just wanted to get through the cellular mitosis before getting to chat.
Yeah. Okay, so the question, I'm just going to read it out loud for those who don't have the chat in front of them. It says, Cheese, thoughts on Miners playoffs and whether you think Nuclear Jukes upsetting the 3 seed, in large part due to their majors drop, is an acceptable outcome? And my answer to that, I'll give you a longer answer, but the short answer is yes, I do think that is an acceptable outcome. And the reason for that is that majors drops are a necessary evil for the sake of this league. You have to keep in mind that we are not a paid league. We are not a national league. We are a small league where people are trying to have fun. And to do that, you need to take some...
Says Pro.
I don't know what the right word is necessarily, but you need to accept that there are some things that aren't going to be perfect, and majors drops is one of those things. And so we've set up the system in a way that minimizes those drops to the point that we only had one, if I'm not mistaken, this season. And that one drop went to the team that you could argue they would have the least overall impact on the league at. So the fact that Nuclear Jukes did upset the 3 seed is... I can understand that the 3 seed was upset about that, but it's not like the Nuclear Jukes are an unstoppable powerhouse team. There's definitely still an opportunity for other teams to be winning, and I would argue they're not even the favorite right now. So their seeding is inaccurate, but I don't really see that as a negative. I think that the 3 seed had a chance to choose a different team. They chose a team that they thought they had a chance against, and they ended up not winning. But I don't think that diminishes the competitive integrity of the league, and it also doesn't ruin a majors player's season. Because you think about back before the merge, you would have seasons where a player would be dropped down from their minors team or their majors team, and they would go 2 or 3 weeks without playing before they would get added to a roster of the league below. And those players didn't really do anything wrong, but playing as a fringe player, somebody who might be dropped at any point during the season, was really not an enjoyable experience. And this is not an experience I've personally been through, but it's something I've heard firsthand from players who went through this. I guess that's secondhand, but I've heard their experiences, and it just was not fun for them to be like, I have to play really well or I'm going to get dropped and I can't play for a couple weeks this season or at all in some cases. And so the fact that those players now don't have to worry about that if they do get dropped, they just get to play in the next league down. Obviously they don't want to do that, but they're still getting to play Tag Pro, which is what they signed up to do. And so I think that's the best outcome for the game as a whole. So short answer, yes. Long answer, rewind the video because I'm not saying that again.
And the time it took Cheese to give that answer, and I have some thoughts on that answer. Manchester United have rolled off 7 consecutive caps. It's a 7-0 game. I'm reminded of 2 things in particular by Cheese's answer.
Freak says fidget spinner def 2 OP.
Oh, we got some 4D
Freak
here.
says I scared. Smalley Biggs says look ASAP I'm a bomb.
They're not even going for pups. But yeah, to Cheese's answer, I'm
Freak
reminded
says,
of 2 things. One, that Blocks and Tea Party chose Nuclear Jukes as their opponent. They had their choice of any team outside of the team that the House Freedom Blockus
Microphone
chose.
Hunt, I believe.
Yeah, and they chose Microphone Hunt and lost. They had the choice of anyone else below the 8th seed. They could put, as ASAP makes it 8 now, they could put anyone in front of them.
Bambi says
And
had to
they
turn
chose Nuclear Jukes. 2, the other thing. This any rhetoric about blaming the Majors pickup, it kind of reminds me of someone who complains about Fairleigh Dickinson beating Purdue.
Pro
About
pre anti penultimate.
UMBC.
Wait, what do you mean by rhetoric for blaming the Majors pickup? What does that mean?
I mean, if you want to say that that's an unfair situation, that a 15 seed or a team that was low in the league has a pickup from the league above, and that was leading towards the upset. They're still the 15 seed, and you don't see people in the college basketball sphere saying, "Hey, you know what? Fairleigh Dickinson beat Purdue. This is not what we wanted for our tournament. Let's kick out the 16 seeds, or let's kick out UMBC, or, you know, maybe St. Peter's shouldn't participate because they can beat Kentucky once." And they did it once. You want to have that opportunity. You want to have that chance because, again, we're playing for fun. Except me. I get money out of this. But everyone else is doing this for fun.
Anti-penultimate.
And groupies.
I'm still waiting for my cut, by the way. My check didn't go through.
DM me about that.
Okay.
Listen, if you go watch the FA Cup, you want to see the third division side get the upset on the Premier League side. You want to see the 8th division, 10th division Corinthian Casuals maybe force a tie in Old Trafford against Man United and get the replay match. You know, like, 1, be who's in front of you, but 2, don't complain if you get beaten. You know? If you don't want to lose, you know, play better.
Simply win.
Yeah.
Take that negativity and delve it inwards towards
Anti-penultimate.
how you can make your performance better in the future and not, you know, mad against the world. I don't think Flat Vic here is on board with the 4D here as we come up to the anti-penultimate pups here. Flash trip with the grab. He is going to juke by Freak. Smalley's going to get him here. ASAP is going to refresh. Admania with the handoff to Bambi. Bambi is trying to go. I haven't called this game at all here during Game 3, and I don't think it's mattered much. 10-0? Could it be 11? Maybe. Vic will live for funsies. Ugh. Not really.
I have another question from Anti-Re in the chat, but I'm going to take it in. Check the answer.
Go for it. I don't want to call
it. Says, Cheese, how do you feel about Flaccid Trip's sign-up comment? Says he's missed playoffs, but now he's playing in the playoffs. And I don't believe he's done anything that's breaking his playoff eligibility. We made him captain because we weren't sure the captains could fairly evaluate him, and then we gave him the Capuke substitute before the season even started to make sure everything was known and there were no question marks. So I don't think he's broken his sign-up comment. I don't think he's... we might have even given him permission to play if he ended up not going on this trip, because I know the trip wasn't 100% guaranteed before that. And there's a chance that I'm responding to a joke question and he's talking about the HYPERBALL going on right now.
I'm pretty sure he is talking about the actual trip
Yeah,
from
I
Flaccid
realized that
Trip.
about halfway through, but
Listen, if you're someone who just randomly gets an opportunity to go to Hawaii,
take that.
you go to Hawaii.
In the words of Balanka, we take those.
We take those. Admania gets one. It's 11-1. Bambi's Babes get on the board here in Game 3. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. Shout out to Admania. Flaccid Trip with the grab in the pool. Bambi will live the ultimate round of pups. Nice cutback on Vic. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here. It was a nice cutback. Vic will pick up a JJ, and ASAP should pick up a Tag Pro. And speaking of Flaccid, chat, you do have a point there. I mean,
In the course of this campaign that you did.
Flaccid Trip did
Admania
play in a
YT
Super
says
Bowl
waggle.
not that long ago. Flaccid Trip has been in majors multiple times in recent seasons, so you could say if he doesn't have that sign-up comment, he does go majors. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a fair counterpoint. I believe that was discussed. I'm trying to look back at our messages. I think this was a case where we were trying to decide if we needed to vote to remove him from the draft packet or not, and
Bambi says
the
GG.
general opinion was that he was not
Smalley
going to
Big
go
says
majors. I'm
GG.
trying to find the messages to confirm
Admania
that that's what we
YT
thought.
says GG.
Um,
ASAP
If
says
anybody
I do
was
remember that
wondering,
being
this is
discussed.
the
Vic says
same
GG.
reason why I'm not in
Foot
majors,
says
by the
GG.
way. This
Freak
is
says
the exact
GG.
same situation for me.
Well, no, you're too good for majors. 12-1 final score.
Right.
I believe that the theme here, what I'm seeing, is that Flaccid Trip may have gone majors, but him requiring a loan in the playoffs would not have been a drastic downgrade, so we didn't feel the competitive integrity was impacted. That's just an initial skimming. You'd have to ask each individual CRC member for the reasons for their vote from there.
We were still in the instant replay. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
What part do I need to say again?
That's so embarrassing, cheese. God.
Yeah.
That did not work as
I think that the theme that I'm reading here real quick was that even if he wasn't available in playoffs, he would be able to get a loan, and the loan would not be a significant downgrade because he was kind of right on the edge of majors to minors. But if you want specific reasons from CRC members, you'll have to ask each individual person.
Yeah. Well, yes, that's the point first. That's the point. If I'm not talking, the sounds tell the story of the... Okay, no. You know what? I'm not going to talk to chat for like 30 seconds. Apparently, we are doing a best of 7, not a best of 5. And we're going back to Oak for Game 4. I don't know what's going on. Cheese, you know what's going on?
I think they're just making this up as they go.
Okay, yeah. We're playing Who's
And it's
Line.
netting 40 viewers, so they're doing something right.
We're playing
I'm
Who's
kind
Line.
of offended that you didn't ask me if I knew what was going on, and you only asked cheese.
Okay.
So.
Good point.
Do you know what's going on, Timmy Sumball?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so we're playing Whose Line Is It Anyway? I'm your host, Aisha Tyler, and this is the game where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. All right. Our first prompt here is Game 4. Actually, it's our 4th prompt, but you know, Game 4. Who can win? No, they just changed it in chat. Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know. But in case, again, just getting back to things that I meant to do 20 minutes ago. Never mind.
Question from Past the Flag. Oh, is there music playing? Hold on, I'll wait.
Yeah. Just start a games in 5 seconds or 6 seconds at each cap, and when I do the transition out, which sounds weird. This is Oak.
Start of what?
ASAP
So right
says
now there's
20
music
caps.
playing, and now
Foot
there's no
says
music playing.
GLHF.
All right.
Smalley Big
Question
says
from Past the Flag.
ASAP made the jump to
Will
full-time
Novice have
minors
6
when I
players
joined
per
the
team
league.
next season? The answer is
Vic says
I don't
number
know.
1.
The real answer is that we try to make roster sizes as small as possible with consideration for the activity of the players who are going to be on those rosters. This season had pretty...
Is with Chartimi involved, all things are possible.
Always. This season we had pretty low rookie signups, and the rookies who were around were pretty responsive and active, so we decided that we wouldn't need too many subs, which is why you see very, very small rosters this season, and I think that worked out. We haven't needed more than, I think it was 1 loan the entire season, which is honestly the least we've had in any recent season. So I think we nailed it in terms of roster sizes.
That's the least I can remember going back to season 9, season 10.
Yeah. For example, last season we had 5 or 6 cases requiring loans.
Vic is holding. While we were talking, Banchester United went up 2-0. With a chance for... Well, Vic is just holding for fun right now.
Anka wants the commentary crew minor equidistant 8 predictions.
Okay.
Shall we run through them one by one?
Yeah, if you have the list up, please name them off.
All right, Timmy, I'm really curious for your insight here. So our first matchup,
Got it.
the first seeded Weed the People. Remember, they had a bye this past week. They did not have to play due to their seeding. They are playing against the 13 seed Toxic Gossip Cap Train, featuring. I was hoping that would buy me enough time. King Cruel, THC, also known as Chucky, Yis, and Jake from State Farm. Again, 13th seed, so they just had upset the Over the Pants Handoffs teams, the 5th seed. But then they were selected again by the 1st seed for the Equidistant 8. Pretty straightforward favorite on this one. It's probably looking at Weed the People. Let's see if they matched up in the regular season, though.
They did match up in the regular season here on
Did they now?
/Llama, and I don't remember the result.
Let me pull it up real quick.
This was before, I believe, the... was this before? I think this was before the trade with Rick G and MC, and between the Green Beans and We the People, and Chucky and Sevens, St. Bernard, for Colin Bollinger's Toxic Gossip Cap Train.
Yeah, it looks like this was on week 4 of Minors. The results were a 5-0 game sweep for We the People. Cap difference was 28 for We the People to 8 for the Toxic Gossip Cap Train.
And that would have been after the trade line, I believe.
The trade went through. Let's see, I've got all this in the hub somewhere.
3-0.
In the course of this campaign that you did.
Hello?
We the People received Rick G on February 9th. February 9th was just before week 4 games. So it was between weeks 3 and 4. So that would have been after the trade that this game happened, because the game was on the 12th and the trade was on the 9th. So these rosters should be the same as the last time they met up. And I'd say based on that, looks like pretty strong favorites for We the People. So let's move on.
I think we didn't give predictions.
Oh, sorry, everyone. Yeah, I'm going with We the People in, well, I hate to say sweep, but it just looks like sweep based on that regular season result.
You know what? I'm not getting put up on any bulletin boards. I think Toxic Gossip Cap Train will show up and show out, as they say in the streets. And especially with King Cruel's girlfriend.
I did forget the fiance buff.
Girlfriend,
That's a very strong point.
Fiance is their ring.
Or according to Dope in the Twitch chat, the ballerina with a different mic appearance.
That's not fair. But yeah, no, I've apparently no matter what, now I've gotten King Cruel in trouble with his girlfriend, his person, wife, fiance, mistress, girlfriend, whatever. So I'm in trouble no matter what.
Of significance in your life.
Yes. So I'm just gonna say We the People in either 5 or 6.
5 or 6. We can do ranges now?
Pro pre anti penultimate.
Not getting put up on the bulletin board.
I think you need to pick a number.
5.5.
There you go.
The game just ends halfway through game 6, and everyone gets orange slices.
All I have to say is go check out the fan edit of Cheese Doodle on the Tag Pro TikTok account.
I got a text from a real life friend from graduate school, and she was like, "So I saw a TikTok." Again, she like knows that Tag Bro is a thing and the name that I use, but she doesn't know anything about the community. And she's like, "I saw a thirst trap with your Tag Bro name on it," and I didn't know how to answer that. So yeah, go check out that message from Timmy on the TikTok. Moving swiftly on from that topic. Mercury Revolutions, the 4 seed, up against Microphone Hunt for the second matchup of the Equidistant 8 for minors. Mercury Revolutions taking down Insane Cap Posse in 5 games during the first round, with Microphone Hunt upsetting the 2 seed House Freedom Blockus over the course of 6 games. Pretty surprising upset in my mind. I think HD, pretty strong defensive leader throughout the whole season, so that upset obviously taking him down, and just that team in general was doing really well, obviously, as the 2nd seed. So very impressive win on their part, but another tough matchup for them against Mercury Revolutions. I'm going to check to see if they played each other in the regular season or not, if that factored into it, but any initial thoughts there?
I can't root against Mercury Revolution. I don't think Mercury Revolutions... I think this is a team that's resilient. I think this is a team that is going to rise to any challenges brought against them this week. 6-0 here, thanks for Flash and Trip.
It looks like they did not play in the regular season. Real T with a point. They always talk about Return Leader HD, but not Cap Leader Vader, and that's a very fair point, but I am a defender, and Caps don't mean anything to me. It's all about prevent. That's mostly a joke, but rosters. Let's go for some rosters here. Microphone Hunt, we've got Clue 3 leading the way with Excel, XX360, No Swag X, and Spheroid behind them. And then on the Mercury Revolutions, we have got Logistic Map as the playing captain, Koos, Smiley Face, aka Costanza, Might Dino, and First, according to the rosters here on the hub. Seasons-wise, Mercury Revolutions, like I said, the 4th seed, a pretty strong showing. I think they won just about every matchup they had in the regular season. And then Microphone Hunt obviously kind of scraped their way in, but upsetting the 2 seed means you're legit no matter what happens. So,
yeah, I'm going to
predictions.
take Mercury Revs in 6.
You're going Mercury in 6?
Yeah. It's going to be a hard. It's going to be a hard 6, but it's going to be a very solid 6.
That's fair. I think what I'm really looking at here is the caps for the games in that first series. Microphone Hunt only scored the highest scoring game they had was 5, then 2 games with 3, and then 3 games with 2. But that was still enough to win. So very low scoring games, but they're doing a really good job of shutting down the other team, except for the 2 games they lost in which they gave up 8 caps. But 1-2, 1-1 for the games that they won. And you contrast that with the Mercury Revolutions, who were winning games with larger cap totals. They won with 3 in overtime, 4, 6, and 7, and the game that they lost was they had 5 caps. So I'm very curious to see which side of that holds steady and which side is really able to break through. Mercury Revolutions were keeping Insane Cap Posse to relatively low cap totals, and I think that Microphone Hunt might struggle if they're not able to really put points up on the board against a slightly stronger. Well, I wouldn't even say stronger defense though, because House Freedom Blockers should have been just about as strong as they were going to run into. So I feel like Microphone Hunt has a very, very strong chance, the fact that they took down the 2 seed there. But I don't want to give them the upset though. I just think that the 4 seed, like, you can upset a 2 seed. I don't see it happening twice. So I'm going to go Mercury Revolutions, but I am going to give them 7 games with at least 2 overtimes.
That's going to be a good game to watch. I don't know who's streaming that yet, but
it has not been finalized.
All right. Timmy?
You guys took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, verbatim. It's exactly what I was about to say. I would hate to repeat you, so, you know.
So sorry to do that to you.
Verbatim.
That's our in-depth analysis from Timmy Sunball. Tune in next time. No, next matchup. I keep getting closer. Harlem Globetrotters against 6th seed Harlem Globetrotters against the 8th seed Rotatos.
All right, I've got some
rosters going here.
I've got some sound cues coming up, so hold that thought.
I'm holding that thought.
Hold that thought. Okay, analysis on game. 11.
Hold me close.
Everyone's saying GG's in the thing. 11-0 is our score here. That I think is a sweep unless they want to keep going.
ASAP says GG scoreboard 69-69-69.
Oh, that's mature. 11-0. And
Nvmb haters coming out of the woodwork.
Bambi says
and with
GG.
that, we'll go back
Vic says
to 1. And
Says
this is
nice.
the transition to Funky Spud. And now we're back on the webcam, which means it is just us talking.
Alright.
I do have background music playing.
Lovely.
Very low.
Try to wrap this up.
All right, so let's
Give people
keep
their
go-
nights back.
All right, 6 versus
But-
8. You got Harlem Globetrotters versus Rotatos. I
Yeah,
believe,
so
right?
rosters-wise, the Harlem Globetrotters, we got captained by Prime, non-playing captain. Their roster is Jer32, Gleg, Jazz, and Worth. Going up against Rotatos with the playing captain Balanka, followed by Jarvis Landry, Balls to You, and Active, aka Adarsh. I'm really excited for this matchup personally. I feel like every game in this series is going to be close. You got flashy offense on both sides. You've got very strong defense on both sides, very consistent. I just feel like the flag's going to spend a lot of time in base, but when it's out, I feel like crazy things are going to happen in this series, and that's what I'm looking forward to, especially with the Rotatos strategy there. That's hopefully only getting better as they go.
Timmy Sunball has left the group. Timmy, come back. Looks like they're going to keep playing for some reason.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know, right? So Harlem Globetrotters, that is 3/8 of my season 18 B team. Yeah, it was a weird season. We played 80 minutes of B team. I wonder who did that. But us. And Gleg, who I'm linked to by trade,
Vic
we're
says
going to game
GLHF.
5. There's music playing, and we are.
Admania YT says locked in.
Really? Back on Oak.
Back on Oak.
Vic says Monka S.
Come on.
Says Admania
I
cooks
need
me.
Bambi to know that this is
Vic
embarrassing.
says go easy on us.
All right, we're back on Oak. It's game 5. The sweep has already occurred, but I guess we're going to at least play 5 or 7 or 9. I don't know what's going on.
Just giving us some background while we chat.
Yeah, all right. So, I'm going to be very fond of this Harlem team no matter what. I'm tied to Gleg forever. It's 1-0 thanks to Vic Messi. So,
Foot says tie.
I'm inclined to be biased towards Harlem. Same time, Rotatos have Balls to You, who's a big game performer when he is awake and shows up for the games. And you've got Jarvis Landry, who teams seem to be afraid of for some reason. And you have Balanka, who is a veteran player who knows how to play. I'm still taking Harlem Globetrotters here. But if Active takes all the disrespect he's been getting from the community this season and for the past 28 seasons of his playing, then I think that can change in a millisecond.
Yeah, and I think one thing that's really important to keep in mind here, with the regular season setup and the way that playoffs are determined, I don't think that you can fairly say the Rotators are underdogs in this matchup, because if you look at the regular season, they actually had more standings points, finishing 6th in the total aggregate standings, but they were reseeded down to 8th based on the pod system, whereas conversely you have Harlem Globetrotters were 9th in the aggregate standings, and they were bumped up to 6th in the seeded standings. So I feel like just taking that into consideration, Rotators are really the ones who you have to be worried about here. And so I feel like I have to go with Rotatos in this, and I'm thinking it's going to happen in 6 games. And the reason I say 6 games and not 7 is looking at the standings here. Harlem Globetrotters -22 on their plus-minus for the season. Rotatos at +11. Now they had almost identical, or within 10, I guess, for their caps for, but the caps against much higher for the Globetrotters, and I think that's something that the Rotators are really going to exploit, especially with their offensive strategy. And so I'm going to go very confidently, actually, with the Rotators at 6 on this one.
All right. I'm going to say Harlem and 7. And the only thing that will change that is whether or not Active plays with confidence and a chip on his shoulder. And if he does, then Rotatos can win this one, and it may not take 7.
Fair point.
So it's all to Active. No pressure.
All right, Timmy, what are you thinking?
Nobody cares about my opinion, and anything I have to say would
Timmy,
be
I care about your opinion. What do you think?
No, listen. Anything I have to say would make no sense, because I don't understand what the fuck I'm even doing, much less other teams. So, with that in mind, let's go to the... I don't even know. Just pick for me.
Okay. Timmy will have the lobster and the Caesar salad.
Excellent. Good choice.
And a Coke.
On your dime.
Sure. I got friends in Maine.
Right, moving on.
You don't mind the lobster being alive, do you?
Next question.
Okay.
Next question. Moving on. The last matchup of our Equidistant 8, we have the 7th seeded Papranos against the 15th seeded Nuclear Jukes. Couple controversies on each side of this one, which will be fun to walk through. The Papranos, let's go through rosters first, actually. We have Flaccid Trip as the playing captain, followed by Kelvin, the anchor on defense this season, Beef, also known as I'm a Goat, and then Gaberghoul, also known as Bergie Berg. That's the Papranos, and then on the other side you have the... Oh gosh, I can't find them. Why can't I find their team? Oh, Nuclear Jukes, they were in the same pod. You have Penis Wings as the now non-playing captain, formerly a playing captain, dropped himself for the majors pickup Doddsfall. Followed by that, you have the King, Astor, and Scraperado. So this team coming in as the 15th seed, but with a pretty significant upgrade, picking up majors drop Doddsfall in place for Penis Wings, who didn't feel that he was quite able to keep his spot on the roster. A decision that I honestly respect the hell out of. The fact that you're comfortable stepping down because you know it's what's best for the team. And still sticking with that team through the rest of the season.
Can I interrupt you for a quick second to talk about something that happened in the game? We just had a turkey from Banchester United, but Griff took the grab when Vic needed to grab, and there was no Grand Slam opportunity there for Banchester United. 3 caps, 3 different players. It's 7-0. We still got 5 more minutes here to play in Game 5 of this. Best of 7, which is already over.
Very much over.
All right. All right.
So switching over to controversies. I don't know if that's the right word necessarily. On the other side, though, Flaccid Trip coming into the season with some questionable availability in playoffs, and it does appear that he may need a substitute for the playoffs. Now, this was something we had prepared for, and the plan was for Cappuke to be taking his spot. So Cappuke is going to be playing in place of Flaccid Trip with this Papranos roster. I'm curious for the chat's thoughts on whether that's an upgrade, a downgrade, a pretty neutral transfer. Before the season, it was meant to be a pretty similar replacement who was not arguably an improvement. So I'm curious to see if there are any thoughts there. Do you have any thoughts, Yelpa?
I think we should all wish, when it's time for Monday night and that game is on, and that game should be on twitch.tv/TP_wings. I can link that in the chat.
Pre-anti-penultimate.
We should all get on that stream, give a follow to Penis Wings, and say happy birthday to Cappuke, at least. Also, when that game comes up, I don't really have an issue with Cappuke and Flaccid Trip. I think Flaccid Trip is more informed right now than Cappuke. But if there's anyone who can serve as an out-of-league substitute, which both matches the level, but does not seem offensively unbiased, it is Cappuke.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that name when it came up preseason. I think it was as low controversy as you can get with a decision like this that's somewhat polarizing. But yeah, I do agree. Flaccid Trip definitely playing at a very high level right now. I think it's going to be hard for somebody who has not been playing as consistently to really step up and fill those shoes. But I do think that he's got a fair shot at it. And you also have to consider the fact that the Papranos team is not nothing without Flaccid Trip. You got Kelvin absolutely locking things down on defense, Beef and Gaberghoul or Bergie Berg and I'm a Goat absolutely holding their own. We played against them in week 6, so I got to see this myself when we scrimmed them throughout the season. And this is not a one-man show with Flaccid Trip. So I'd say this team very much still has a fighting chance without him, especially with somebody of Cappuke's caliber kind of taking that role. But then at the same time, you've got the Nuclear Jukes, and they've been hot. I mean, you go through, you get picked in the playoffs early by a top seed, you show up, and you take them in 5 games even. 2 overtimes, granted, but still, that's an impressive showing for a team that was not on anybody's radar before playoffs, I'd say.
I mean, I think people forget that this is the King's third season. His first season, he was on the second seeded Little MLTP team, and he was dominant that season. His second season, he played in the Super Bowl for.
In the course of this campaign that you did.
There's a cap sound going on. Yeah, for
Penultimate.
Torino Roku, Iron Chef Japanese Rokusaburo Michiba, and yeah, he played well that season. Took a season off, and now he's minors, and that is a very quality player to have on a team that underperformed in the first half of the season. And then you have Aster, who was almost completely dominant on offense last season on Meet the People when they won the Mooper Ball. And then you have Scrapper, who is a solid veteran who's been around and makes incremental progress every season. They do the damn thing, and that's not your normal 15 seed. This is not your everyday MEAC conference winner. This is a team with some pedigree. This is the team with some NIL transfers. Dodgeball, who is not banned so far, so you know that's always good.
Always good.
And you know he hasn't nuked Discord, so that's always a plus. So
now, if you were coming into the playoffs and you were looking at this league and you had to pick a different seed for Nuclear Jukes other than 15, where would you have put them? Just looking at this roster.
No. If I include the fact that Penis Wings dropped himself for Dodgeball at some point, I'd say that they are a 4 seed.
4 seed. So you'd say they're even at the very top of the league.
I say they're top of the league. Yeah, that is a team. That is a team I want no part of. I don't want to see them in the streets. I don't want to see them on Mumble. I don't even want to see them in a controlled environment.
Fair point. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can put together here. I mean, it was already fun to watch them against Blocks and Tea Party, who, again, weren't playing poorly by any stretch. They just lost the series. It's kind of how it goes. But, so
says GG.
I love the Papranos, and I enjoy being around all the players on this roster, but I'm almost tempted to pick the Nuclear Jukes here. Just based on the momentum that they've got coming into this. But again, Papranos coming off of a sweep on me. they kind of kicked us into the dirt pretty comfortably in 4 games. So it's not like they're on a cold streak by any stretch.
Sound transition.
Vic says oh shit.
But yeah, no, yeah.
So I think following my gut, my intuition, I'm going to go with the Papranos, but I am going to go with 7 games on this one. I do think this is a team that's not going to roll over. I don't think they're going to tilt if things go poorly for a game or two. I really think this is going to go all the way to 7. And I'm going to go with, let's go with 1 overtime. Just 1. Sorry, folks.
I have commentary to provide on this one, but not an opinion.
Let's hear it.
Flaccid Trip has slipped into my DMs previously, identifying himself as a 4'10" gentleman and very submissive. I think we need to take into account that he's also leaving the playoffs to go on a trip. Is this him visiting his dom?
I can confirm that Flaccid Trip is 1, not 4'10", 2, not submissive. I've asked. Don't ask why I've asked. Listen, our Discord conversations get weird during 3 a.m. Fortnite. He may be visiting a Dami Mommy and Hawaii. Game 6.
The answer is anything's possible.
Game
set your heart to it.
6 out of 4 here. We are going back.
Smalley Big says Cedar is like pine but boring.
There are more games happening? Oh my goodness.
ASAP says remember team.
All right, we've talked through our. What was your prediction, Yappa? Papranos Nuclear Jukes.
I'm busy setting up things in the background. There's music now, which is good and at an appropriate volume level. I'm changing the scoreboard because apparently we are playing 7. I don't know, and I am taking. Why is that there? Okay, I am going to take Nuclear Jukes. And this might be a bit of a surprise. I'm going to take them in 5.
In 5? Wow. I very much disagree with that, but we shall see.
And that's not a knock on the Proprinos at all. Go ahead, use that. Put that one. Proprinos, you are free to put that one on the scoreboard on the billboard. Mania gets us underway 1-0.
Wow.
But yeah, put that on the bulletin board. Use that as motivation and fuel. But that is not gonna knock on the Proprinos. That is just I am getting George Mason vibes. Shaka Smart VCU vibes, George Mason vibes out of this Nuclear Jukes team, and I do not want that bad juju on my name.
Fair point. Fair point. So, that's all of our Equidistant 8 matchups. I don't know if there are any thoughts in the chat or any other questions. We could run through other leagues if we have nothing else to talk about, but why is this series still going? That's the biggest question everyone has right now.
That is my question right now. We've got a little turtle, and it's 2-0. Bambi's Babes. Banchester United, I think, is trying to throw a game here.
Oh, I didn't realize it was 2-0 in the other direction. Look at that.
Banchester United was screwing around, and Bambi's Babes taking an advantage here. 2 for Admania, 1 for Bambi. And now there's some work to be done.
Foot says, hey, ASAP.
Here's a thought.
Foot says, I'm a bomb.
Talking point if nothing else.
says, whoa.
Weed the people coming in as the top seed.
Smalley Big
They
says,
have the opportunity to
face.
pick their home map or play their home map in every series for the rest of the season. However, this first round, they opted not to pick it. And actually, I think they banned their own home map for this series against Toxic Gossip Cap Train. So I'm curious, do you think this is a ploy or a strategy to limit exposure for other teams to this map, or do you think they actually just hate their home map and don't want to be playing it in the playoffs?
I know they don't hate their home map. I think this is more a situation where they feel like maybe Jake from State Farm knows Moai better than they do. Why he knows Moai better than they do? Maybe he just plays on it better than they do, but I think this is just a matter of wanting other maps to play Colin Ballinger's Toxic Gossip Cap Train on. Also, why would you name a team? While we're here, why would you name a team after Colin Ballinger? Like, seriously, I've heard the song twice.
Well, they removed
I really don't want to hear
the
song
name from the name.
Okay, that's something.
That came out wrong. But there was a longer team name before the regular season.
Still, I wouldn't want to have my name, whether it's my real name or my...
It's a good bit.
I should probably give my commentators the cap sound scripts so they know when I'm pausing for cap sounds.
It's okay. I figured you were just thinking.
No.
Pass a flag. The answer is probably.
So Colin,
that's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my name associated with Colin Ballinger in any respect. Not even my Tag Pro username. So I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, people didn't get the fan edit about him, but you don't need to get everything for it to be right.
It's like how the CRC historically puts a dictator's photo as their flair and as their
No. That is the NLTP. NLTP CRC.
Yes, and I had 3 separate stints on the NLTP CRC, so...
I still have that role. It still displays next to my name. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed, and I hate it.
I'm sure you have.
Just like, even as a joke, why would you want to associate yourself with dictators?
Well, I think the association that I'm the dictator is amusing, so might as well lean into it.
Yeah, but
Are you not?
Exactly.
That is a communist art photo of Cheese Doodle holding a hammer in solidarity with the owners of GeoGuessr for making one-sided decisions that the community hates. That is completely different than say
my role.
Oh yeah, my flair is Kim Jong-un.
Just wait till Shard Timmy gets on the CRC, both of us. We will wreak havoc.
So that means you're both applying for CRC.
Probably not Charlotte. Charlotte doesn't even show up to her own games, so... Probs not, but we'll see.
I don't know. That kind of sounds like prime CRC material. Hey, yo.
You're saying there's a chance.
No, I'd never do that.
You guys talk for a few seconds. Know if there's a cat sound that there's going to be loud noises for 6 seconds. I'm going to get some water. Griff, just cap it.
I think she's gonna cap
In the
it.
course of this campaign that you did.
Hello?
Oh, I got kicked from the group. I didn't even realize.
Geez,
so
how was your
sad.
National Cheese Doodle Day on the March 5th?
I had a great National Cheese Doodle Day. Thank you to all who celebrated with me.
I was the only one that
nobody.
said something, for the record. Nobody liked my message. Nobody liked my take.
I don't think that I knew that was a thing that existed until you sent that my way.
Yeah, it kind of hurt my feelings, but you know, whatever.
But it was very much appreciated. I went to work, and I worked, and then I went home.
Did they celebrate you?
And then I went to bed, and nobody mentioned it except for you.
We celebrated it at my school.
Did you now?
Yep.
I can't tell if you're kidding or not.
I'm being dead serious.
Why?
National Cheese Doodle Day? I mean...
I didn't know that was a thing people actually like ate or enjoyed. I've still never really eaten cheese doodles.
That's really sad.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint.
That's okay, I'll
I
accept.
picked this name when I was 12. I didn't really know what cheese doodles were.
I chose mine when I was 12.
Anti-penultimate.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is what we've come to.
I think I'm almost 6 months old. We should see.
Is your account 6 months?
Almost. Not
Good for
quite.
you.
Let's see.
Get your dinosaur in no time.
Yeah. 5 months and 22 days.
I gotta think, when am I coming up on my fossil flare? It's gotta be close. Any dirty pushers out there? I think I was on the tail end of it, not the actual dirty push. Looks like I am 3 months away
In the course
still.
of this campaign that you did.
Hello?
How did Timmy find this game? That's a good question.
Charlotte introduced it to me.
Yeah,
And
folks.
I'm the only one that stayed around, so.
It was Slappy Keys was another one she introduced?
Says
That's
Pro.
the only game. Tag Pro's the only game she's introduced me to.
Oh no, Slappy Keys is the name of another person
Penultimate.
who I think she showed.
Oh,
Tag Pro
I don't remember who she.
There was one other, I forget the name.
People.
But they joined the Tag Pro Discord, the official one, not the competitive one. And they were very, very active in the chat for like a month. And then they all disappeared. And then like 6 months later, they all showed up
ASAP
again, and then you
says
were
dog.
there. And this time, she stuck around.
Smalley Big says
Yeah,
okay.
And look where I am now.
You made it all the way.
I know.
All the way to Yelpa streams at 11 p.m. on a Thursday.
You are
Talking
the
about
social media
minors,
manager now.
equidistant.
You are.
Hey, I told Cheese the first week that I met him that I was gonna run the social media for Tag Pro.
I think you did. That's a true statement.
Oh yeah, I still owe you a video. That's right. Let me get that to you.
Oh yeah.
All right. Oh, Manchester United made the comeback.
Yeah, they came all the way back.
I did not see this coming.
They attempted
Well, we were
to
talking about
play the game
national
for a moment.
days, so more important things.
Yeah.
All right, chance here for 6. Is this a dagger? It's not the dagger. No one's going for bottom pup. Does anyone know bottom pup exists? Eventually.
Vic did.
I had some very nice water. I mixed it with some Metamucil.
You on city water? What's the water situation?
It's gone. I drank it because I mixed it with Metamucil. And, you know, if you put psyllium husk into a liquid and you want to drink it, you only have like a few seconds to drink it.
Says WTF.
You got fluoride in your water?
We should.
Excellent.
All the water treatment we do.
Last the trip with the cherry on top there.
Bambi says GG.
And hopefully, for
ASAP
everyone's
says
sake,
GG.
who's watching this stream for some reason,
YT says
that's the end
GG.
of it.
Smalley Big says GG.
Stick with the scoreboard.
To 4.
ASAP says Fugue.
And we're going to go back to the funky spud.
How to play Tag Pro in 5 seconds. Get the flag, cap the flag, tagpro.gg.
Grab the flag. Tag them.
Throw in a Timmy Sunball. What the shit?
You heard them.
ASAP, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Apparently, we still
Yeah,
have
who did
one
make
more.
that, dude, McKay?
Yeah, who made that? Who
Who made that? Who put those clips together?
Yeah.
That audio.
It's very well done. I thank you for
Must
that.
have been someone really cool.
Whoa.
A real cool dude.
Guy.
Maybe a guy.
Yeah.
Not a gal.
Maybe a Mick guy. Why are they launching again?
Game 7.
Come on.
Hopefully of 7. One more, I hope.
I'm sorry, everybody. You're roped in for 10 more minutes of your
Merrill.
night, and then we'll give it back to you.
Hey,
Poor
when it
people.
comes time for voting and people are voting for best
Freak
stream,
says
is
I
it gonna
get
be
turned on by
Llama
it.
and Timmy or just Llama?
Vic says
Good
GLHF.
question.
They should not vote for Yelpa. You would be up for best commentator.
Okay.
But yes, you should not vote for Yelpa. Any of you.
Vote for Tim for everything she's eligible for.
Yeah.
That's why I got second place draws for novice last season. And
Says,
I
"Where's
will
Timmy?"
forever. Where's
Admania
Timmy?
YT
Nobody
says.
put me in.
Vic says LMAO.
Just say something in group chat for him. Alright, I need to know who this V1RGEE person is, Vergi.
I do not know who that is.
Who are you, Vergi? Spam this nothing to put a 5th ball in. Tim, I think they want you to join on the blue team.
Okay, if I must.
This is how
But
we
I'm
get
not gonna
AJ.
join
Hello,
Derby.
AJ.
I'm just gonna do it from here.
This is how we get Timmy Sunball on the red team.
Oh, should I go on the red team?
No, blue team. Red team doesn't need you. They're doing okay.
That's what you think.
I don't know. Red team is winning right now thanks to that cat from Ad Mania from the Tag Pro
Good point,
League.
good point.
And yep, it's 5v4. Oh, why is there a... Why do I have a thumbs down next to Timmy Sunball?
Oh no.
What happened?
Nice toxic.
Oh no. Oh, right, that's right.
Whoa.
That's right. Black Orchid updated the player monitor rank pub scripts. You can see if you're in a game with a player who you play well with or against, you'll see a thumbs up.
Admania YT says
A thumbs
power
down
okay.
says
Admania YT
maybe
says
you
play.
lose when they're on your team.
Bambi says SMH.
Damn.
Well, he's
Bambi
not
says
tough
we will
wrong.
win 4v4.
It's Tim, and we gotta be real.
Yeah, but you know, I don't take that as a bad thing. I just say, you know what? That just means no need to
don't
get
either.
toxic. No need to get toxic. And let's just hustle and see what we can do. No pressure.
In the course of this campaign that you didn't.
Hello?
I've officially run out of things to say. I'm sorry, chat.
It's
Yeah.
This game is still going. Good bump grab, Tim.
Thank you.
My thoughts exactly, Princey. My thoughts exactly.
What did Princey say about me? What did my babe say about me? Love of my life.
She said, "Geez, they're still playing."
She's still.
Jeez,
here.
why haven't you banned Homie yet? Did Homie do something bannable that I need to be made aware of?
I did.
Did you know?
Yep.
Has cheese done? Wait, no, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying either.
All right, that makes two of us.
We're together on that. We're together on not knowing. That's good. Homie killed me. I'm so sorry to hear that, Tag Prof. That sounds terrible. Oh, looks like the red team might have called in their 5th ball.
What the shit?
Homie said I was bad at Tag Pro. Well, I think it's really important that I know, was he correct?
Well, I'm bad at Tag Pro too, but you know, here I am.
Fair. He was. Okay.
Do you think there are
So-
other people that are just as self-aware as I am?
Listen, I'm bad at Tag Pro. That's why y'all put bad is a thing. I just
HD bad is the reigning bad.
Yeah, and we all know HD is bad at Tag Pro. He didn't even make out of the Fibonacci 15.
Are we settling on that name? Is that really the best we can
No, I like Fourier 15, but
yeah. I don't like either of those. But I can't think of any other circle words.
there are quite a
Let's
few.
see. Let's start with the letter F.
I'm not using. Well, I mean, this is Tag Pro After Dark, so we can call it the Pin 15. But I mean,
Whoa.
exactly.
How about like the
My
I guess
Christian server.
thinking like focal, focus. I don't know.
Pro Pre Anti Penultimate.
Flaccid Trip past 4, Griffith the solo, and it's a 1-cap game. The Flagrant 15.
I'm playing with my finger that I cut open and it hurts like shit.
I recommend
I
you.
wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
Well, it's only a game. It's fine.
Oh, good, Princey. I'm glad to hear that. Don't drop any more things on your feet, please.
Hi, Prince. I love you.
I don't like the Flaccid 15 either.
So I did some research in the last 10 seconds. I did find a strong case for Fibonacci circles are a thing.
Yeah.
Right? The Fibonacci is the sequence, but the circle that exists inside of that sequence. So there is some connection to round elements more so than just the number 15, which is lacking from that sequence. So I think that's a fair argument in favor.
Pre-anti-penultimate.
Double Tag Pro's up. This is a tie game, folks.
I did a quick Google to look for some more inspiration. It's not going well. The best one I found is the frustum. A frustum is a portion of a solid cone or pyramid that lies between two parallel planes cutting it. When the solid is a cone, the frustum is called the cone frustum, and it resembles a circular disc or ring. So.
Trust him.
We'll
I hardly know him.
Oh god, yep, I've officially soured on my opinion on that one.
You know, if we're not married, engaged, dating, whatever King Cruel and his significant other are, if we're not King Cruel and significant othering ourselves to ball references, what about the Freshman 15?
Anti-penultimate.
Oh.
Only balls.
I didn't go through the Freshman 15. I just had a stroke my freshman year.
I lost a lot of weight my freshman year.
Lost my ability to speak English.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Yeah. Especially if you're taking Japanese classes.
In the course of this campaign that you did.
Hello?
You don't need English there, that's good.
Yes.
Jeez, you've never spoke truer words.
This is true. We were expected to speak Japanese anytime we step foot in the language hall.
Isn't that like the top level courses only? Like advanced or whatever?
Oh no. This was all levels. You're only expected to speak your language, the language that you're learning once you're in the building.
Nah, I might.
But if it's like day one of a 101 course, you don't even know the damn alphabet yet. How are you supposed to? Like the teacher's just talking in Japanese and everyone's like, I don't know a single word coming out of your mouth right now.
Penultimate.
Sorry?
That's the mental image I have at least.
Hi.
Ferris wheel 15. That sounds great.
That actually sounds great for a ball.
It's a few too many syllables.
That's what you think.
That's many words, maybe. I don't know. Only 3 syllables.
My finger hurts. So bad.
Terribly sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, maybe you didn't.
Neosporin, Band-Aid.
Maybe you didn't have to hop in.
Well, the Band-Aid wasn't working, so I don't have a Band on it.
Band-Aid wasn't working?
Oh, I bled through it.
If you're still bleeding, it's not ready for a Band-Aid. You need gauze.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't have that readily accessible.
Yeah, like.
Are you on campus or off campus?
No, I live off campus.
Okay.
I'm going on campus tomorrow for my tetanus shot, though.
Field trip.
I know, I get out of student teaching for like a couple hours, and it's a blessing in disguise.
Nice.
If I knew that, I would have sliced my finger earlier in the semester.
Please do not harm yourself to get out of coursework.
Please
I will do it if it means getting out of Tag Pro, and I mean that.
We here at tagpro.gg do not advocate for.
They're lying to you. They told me to do this.
Oh God.
Please do not slice
Cut the commercial. Cut the commercial.
I don't have any more commercials.
Ooh, almost cap.
That
would be nice.
Banchester United, and for anyone who's still following this game, Banchester United have rattled off 5 consecutive caparoonies here. It's 6-3, 7-3. That's the dagger daddy.
For anyone still following this, I'm sorry. I hope the rest of your night gets better.
Hey, listen, if you're in the mood for Tag Pro, hop on TPM. If you're in the mood for Fortnite, come find the Fortnite channel.
Oh, Bambi quit. And he's up with the cherry on top. There you go. A fitting end to a series. That was one of the series of all time.
Hey,
Foot says GG.
Hey,
Of all the series
Says,
that
wow,
have ever
that's
happened.
not Smalley. That's a
That
bomb.
was one of them.
Lots of
Vic says
GGs
fun
going
series.
around there. How about one more funky spud for the evening?
Why not? Keep going down.
Folks, that is a 7-game series which ends in a 7-game sweep. A lot of caps to a little. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even feel like calculating it right now. That's not it. This is not right. Ignore this. Ignore this. Let's put up the playoff one. Yeah, here we go. That is 29, 41, 52, 65, 72, 80 caps for Banchester United to 13.
That is a bit of a disparity there.
If I counted that right. Wait. 19, 31, excuse me. 31, 42, 55, 62, 70 to 13, excuse me. 70 to 13. That is a plus 57 cap differential over 7 games, which if you normalize for the first 4 games, does not meet the over. So, yeah, if you chose the under, if you chose Bambi's Babes on the spread, I think you win. But you know what? I'm not the match. I'm not the bettor. I'm not doing that. I'm not your one you need to go to for that. So, again, thank you for tuning in for... Wait for it. Thank you for tuning in for Tag Pro After Dark. That's not what I wanted to do.
Try again.
I'm going to try again. Thank you for tuning in for Tag Pro After Dark. It's not working. You know what?
Back to black.
Boom. Okay.
Well done.
Yeah, I nailed it. All right. Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
I'm just going to sit back, relax, and drink some wine. No, I'm not, because I can't drink, and I don't drink wine. I'm not Boris DL. But I'm going to do some Boris DL things. Let my beard grow a little, and try to sleep. Oh, there it goes. I'm going to try and sleep as much as possible. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And I will see you
GG's.
all
Love you, ball.
next time.
What's the story of this game? It's capture the flag. That's the story.
Hi, YouTube. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.